Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Vibrant Soul Tarot and I'm super excited to have you here today. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be asking how that person on your mind thinks you feel. So I want to first preference this and emphasize the thinks you feel part. This is just going to be their perception of how you are feeling about them. So it may or may not be 100% accurate. I guess we would have to see. It's kind of for you to look into and see and get get an idea of like how they think you feel versus how you actually feel, you know, and see kind of where their head's at a little bit more, if that makes sense. Or maybe this is just for entertainment purposes as well too, like you're just like, I wonder what's going on in that person's head about the way they think I feel. Whatever your reasons here are, definitely your reasons, and it's none of my business, but I just wanted to explain a little bit. So if you're watching this and you're like listening to something and you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, I don't feel that way, you know, it's not because it's true, it's just their perception. Okay, so now that I have all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the pile selection for you guys. So pile number one, starting right here, we have the Tarot of the Divine deck along with this moon face labradorite stone. Pile number two, we have the Tarot in Wonderland deck along with this obsidian tower. And then pile number three, we have the Ostara deck along with this piece of malachite. So please take your time. If you need more time, you're more than welcome to pause the video here. When you do have your pile selected, I will post the timestamps for each one in the description box below for your convenience, and I will see you at your reading. Bye! Hi pile one, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the labradorite moonstone, or if you chose the Tarot of the Divine deck, then welcome. This is your reading. So today we are looking into how does that person think you feel about them. So I'm going to ask Spirit to please tune me in to my pile one's energy, and if you can please show me in my pile one spirit how this person thinks they feel about them. I feel like I'm gonna have to keep saying it like that, or else I'm gonna like automatically revert to saying like how they feel or how you feel, because that's the normal videos that I do. It's like, you know, just how they feel. So I have to like emphasize like how they think you feel. So if I keep doing that, just ignore me. All right, Spirit, so how do they think pile one feels about them? How do they think pile one feels about them? So we have the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the King of Swords. Interesting. How do they think pile one feels about them? We have the Queen of Swords. We have the King and the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have a lot of air energy for sure. We have super strong Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini coming through, but a lot of mental energy. So for thinking about you reading, this is pretty intense to say the least. So I do want to get some clarifiers, but I did have a message firstly that I was kind of noticing here. So the fact that we have the King of Swords here and then we have the Queen of Swords here, I feel like they think that you think you and them go very well together, that you possibly think that this is the person for you. But with the Wheel of Fortune being in the middle, I feel like they think that you think that there's just too much stuff that is going on in between for you guys to fully come together or fully understand each other at this moment, if that makes sense. Because it feels like this king is looking at this queen And so maybe they also feel for some reason that you're not as interested in them as they are. That could also be an insecurity. But I just feel like this Wheel of Fortune is coming in the middle, as like there's just been so much stuff that has happened, or so much going on, you know, in the middle for you guys to be like right next to each other energetically, if that makes sense. But I do believe that maybe because the Queen does look straight and the King is focused on the Queen, they may think that you're not so interested in them anymore, especially it actually being the Queen of Swords is someone that may come off as a bit cold as well too. It could have been due to reasons of them doing things or things happening or whatever the case is. But yeah, that was just the message, the first message that I got. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers to really get a more in-depth view of how they think you feel. So why is the King of Swords here, Spirit? Can we clarify these cards, please? I think this person has quite a few insecurities, if I could be quite honest, because what I heard with this King of Swords is that they may think that you're trying to play them, or like you're trying to like, yeah, kind of just, that's what I heard though. Like they think that, like maybe they think that you're trying to like play them in a way as like the King of Swords is someone who is very strategic and, you know, and thinks ahead and is like basically would have a plan for everything. And that's interesting. But like I said, for some reason, like it's almost as if like I'm getting the intuitive message too that these are kind of, they are just like insecurities that this person, or like fears or something, you know, that this person may somewhat a little bit believe at times. Okay, so let's clarify the King of Swords here, please. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. Speaking of, that's a card of planning as well too, and I think I just said too, I was like, the King of Swords is someone that has a strategy and has a plan, so the Two of Wands coming out with that, it's definitely clarifying that for sure. So why is this Wheel of Fortune here? We have the Two of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, they feel like you have a lot of other priorities. They feel like you have a lot of things that you think are more important than them right now. I think this person feels like they have been lowered on your priority list. Like I said, whether that's true or not, you could be constantly, I mean, for example, like you could be constantly thinking about this person, and this person may be like, they don't even think about me. You know, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. So why is this Queen of Swords here? Why is this Queen of Swords here, Spirit? Yeah, okay. We have the Eight of Cups. We also have the Knight of Coins as well, too, but the Eight of Cups is definitely bottom of the deck. We have a Star. Yeah, this person thinks that you don't care anymore. I don't want to say necessarily they don't care. I think this person has enough awareness in this situation, obviously, to put two and two together, that you may have your reasons for cutting this person off, or you may have your reasons for stepping away. Whether you cut this person off completely or not, I do feel like they feel you are holding back a bit, or like maybe you kind of have detached a bit. Whether that was for your own good, for your own safety, you know, the reasons are 100% your own. Like I said, I'm just reading this person's perspective. So, but yeah, they feel like you don't care anymore. They feel like you, and that's definitely why I felt like the King of Swords was focusing on the Queen, but the Queen's not even looking over there. Like this person's like, oh my gosh, they don't even care anymore. And I want to say, regardless of what gender roles this is just how I'm reading it. That's whatever. Anyways, yeah, and I think they're like, pile one has walked away. Like pile one doesn't care about me. They may have like planned on this or something like that. That's kind of just like a paranoia kind of thing. But I want to say, even though this is how they think you think, I feel like this person is still wanting to come forward for some reason. That could be a specific message, but with this King of Swords and this Two of Wands, I feel like in another direction, like to flip it, for like if you were to be like how they feel, they are trying to think of a way to possibly bridge this gap between you. And that's just a message coming through. Now we're going to go back to how they feel, but like, yeah. And I think that what may be holding this person back is the fact that they think that you really just don't care anymore. Whether or not it's like 100% like don't care, I think there may be a fear of them trying to approach you and you completely like being like, F off. You know, like I think their feelings would be very hurt at that. But let's go ahead and see what the Knight of Swords is, since we have so many like, what is this Knight of Swords, Spirit, please? We have the Queen of Wands. That's interesting too, because okay, bottom of the deck we have the nine of Cups. What? This person is like kind of very back and forth, because I think that this person's like, with this Knight of Swords and this Queen of Wands, if I can be quite honest, I feel like this person's like, oh my gosh, like pile one is pile one. Like, and I mean that as in like pile one is sexy and confident or whatever, like however they feel, like they don't need me. And so the Knight of Swords is kind of riding off in a complete opposite direction on the horse. So they may think that you're like not even like worried about them, or like you're trying to go somewhere else or talk to other people, since it is the Knight of Swords, which can be like communication as well. And I think it's because of like how they view you. Like they act, I think with this Queen of Wands here, they kind of hold you in a high standard and a high light of someone that is definitely capable, is like energetic, is what's the word I'm looking for? Magnetic, you know? And so I think this is another insecurity, that they're like basically like, this person doesn't need me. So like they're just doing whatever the heck they want, but they're still kind of focused on you, hoping that you come around, because there is like the Nine of Cups, there is a desire. I think that they know deep down that you want them to. Like I feel like with this Nine of Cups, they're like, Pile one knows that we could have been so good together. We could be so good together. Pile one wants me. I don't think that it's like they know that, but they're doubting it at the same time too. You know, it's like they're like, I want to believe that, but what I'm being shown is not that. And I think this may be like almost mirroring on both ends as well too, because we have the King of Swords too. So this person could be acting the same way, you know, like they could be a little bit detached from their emotions as well too. I think if that were the case, it is a defense mechanism. And I think I'm hearing ego as well too. Like they don't want to come off as like too needy or like express themselves, because they feel like you don't want to hear it. Basically, I don't know why. I don't know what has happened here. Obviously this is just this reading, that's it. I didn't do any future or past energy, so I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure you have your reasons, you know, for being this way, if that's true. But at the end of the day, I think they know as well too that deep down, like you, or at least at one point in time, like whether or not that's now or whatever the case is, at one point in time they were like, pile one wants me. Because look at this card, it's a very romantic card, and it's like it's the Knight of Cups, which represents emotional fulfillment as well, but it's like they're like so in love, you know, they look so like happy to be together, but the energy right now is like swords. It's like, oh, it's nowhere near that as well. So this could be, again, like this could be like what they want coming out again, because that kind of happened with that message there. But also I feel like they're like, I know that, you know, our hearts belong together, but the mind's like underneath that we have the Eight of Wands as well too, which is a definite like energetic pull, like a direction. A lot of the time it's like movement, but I think in this case it's like that energetic like heart pull, if that makes sense. Like if you could visualize it, like your heart's here, their heart's here, and it's like there's the Eight of Wands, but the minds that are on the same page. Okay, so I want to get just some quick oracles, a little bit, to see a little bit more about how they think you feel, if there's anything else. And then we're going to get some channel messages as well to see how they think you feel. I want to get as specific as possible here. So how, can you tell us more, Spirit, about how pile one person thinks they feel? Again, I told you that was going to happen. How do they think pile one feels? Got me all tongue-tied. Oopsies. Okay, so we have the goddess of the moon, and we have the garden and the gate in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have community in reverse as well, too. Okay. So intuitively, they think that you want them, or at least in some way, shape, or form, you guys are intuitively connected. This is the intuition card. This is like the High Priestess. So this could be actually, sometimes when the High Priestess comes out, especially in like in other people's like readings like this, it may not even be like an exact awareness on that, but that's the whole point of the High Priestess, is she's like the unseen, you know. She is like the awareness, but like sometimes it's not like so obvious, or sometimes it's not conscious, you know. And so they think like there's like this intuition pool that they know that you guys have together. And then with the garden and the gate in reverse, if I can be quite honest, I think that's that message as well, of that Nine of Cups, because the garden and the gate is a card of like yearning and wanting something, but not doing anything to get it. It's like staying in your comfort zone as well. And so they think as well too, because of possibly that stuff that has happened, or things that have happened, or maybe just life in general, whatever the case is, you know, they think that there's something that has definitely stopped you from reaching out or wanting this as well. And I also heard that they may feel like they can feel like it's fading. So I think this is something that they're holding on to as in a hope of like how you feel, but there's something inside of them that's scared, or is telling them that it's fading away. And I think that's making them uncomfortable as well too about this situation. Very interesting. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and get some channeled messages about how they think you feel. I love this because this is more like, it's more like exact, like words, you know. Okay, so Spirit, can you show pile one how this person thinks that they feel, please? Please talk to me. I'm laughing because, I'm so sorry, it's kind of cute the way it came out, like, but I was laughing because of like that energy of like how I said before that they were like, I kind of want to reach out, that message of like them, like I kind of want to reach out, but I feel like pile one's gonna like bite my head off, so they're not doing anything about it either. And so this could also be an indication of them yearning as well too. Since I said this is a card of yearning, yeah, I'm actually getting confirmation. Like this is like that intuitive like feeling, and they may be thinking that it's their feelings, or no, I'm sorry, they may be thinking that it's your feelings too, but it's also their feelings, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I was laughing because they were like, please just talk to me. Like I feel like that's coming out because they're like, I don't want to reach out, and then you like hurt me. So they're like, can you just do it? I can't be the person you need me to be. That's so interesting that came out, because with the community in reverse, there may have been some choices or decisions or things that didn't align well with like a one-on-one relationship, aka like there could have had a wandering eye, or vice versa, whatever. And so with this, I can't be the person you need me to be. I think this is if I sense a lot of mirroring here, if I can be quite honest, I think this is like a channel message from them, but I also think that they feel this way. They think you feel that way about them too. Like, I think this is some truth that this person knows, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think they know that you need them to be a certain type of way, or you need them to, you know, come correct, like in this connection. And they may fear, especially with that Queen of Swords, also can be representing someone seeing truth they may fear that you know that like they can't be that person, and like that's probably why, you know, they know or they feel you in this Queen of Swords and this Eight of Cups of like trying to let go or trying to walk away, because they feel as though they have disappointed you in a way that they may not be able to actually come back from. Or if there wasn't something specific, like for some of you, if that didn't specifically happen, that could have been like that person's energy that like that they're in, and then they're like, they know that you know, or like they know that you sense it, but you get it, you guys get it. All right, let's get like a couple more channel messages for how they think you feel, and then we're gonna get like 1 or 2 messages for how they feel, just because we're here. Why not? You know, why not? We're already here. Okay, so another message for how they think you feel, please. Ooh, you turn me on with everything you do. Yeah, that's like that imagery as well too. Like they know. Oh, that could be definitely that Queen of Wands too. Like they know that you guys have this sexual attraction that's like crazy. Like they know that that they turn you on, but you also turn them on too. So don't get me wrong. Like it's not just a one-way street here, especially with that Queen of Wands and that Knight of Swords. They're like, I think that they feel insecure as well too, that if you decide to like give yourself to somebody else, that's like would really upset them, would really hurt them. And I'm hearing a message for some of you that could be very hypocritical, but you know, sometimes people can't take their own, you know, they can't dish their own stuff. Whatever their stuff is. Okay, so do we want to do one more of like how they think you feel? Yeah, let's do one more, and then we'll do a couple of what I said before. So how do they think pile 1 feels? Oh my gosh, I just said that. Like, okay, so they're like insecure that you still are keeping your options open, which I feel like that would be very obvious in a situation like this. Like it's like obvious that, you know, you're probably not 100% tied down to this person due to like what's going on, but they think that you're also like, yeah, holding feelings back, like. And I think they feel this intuitively as well too. Or if not, they could just, for some of you, this person could just be really full of themselves and be like, oh, pile 1 wants me, you know? And even though that may not be 100% true, or just maybe like not right now. Like if you're like, oh, I don't want you right now, or whatever. They're still like holding on to that. But I think for the most part, like, either in the past, obviously you had wanted this person, or you may still do, and it's like they do think that you are holding back, but I think that they think that it's for your own good reasons. Like I don't think that they hold you to that, like they don't fault you for that, is what I'm trying to say. Like they understand why you would, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and see how they feel. So, which also, if you know you're not subscribed to me already, that's one of my favorite readings to do. I don't know why. I really can't tell you why. I just really enjoy it. I don't know if it's the nosy person in me that it's also out of love and help. There's a lot of good advice and things like that in those readings as well too. So that could be one of the biggest reasons my heart always feels drawn to those readings. But I love doing like the how they feel readings. So if that's something that you're interested in, to go ahead and subscribe to. Just saying, like there's a whole reading on it. But let's go ahead and see. So how is this person feeling right now, Spirit? Oh, we have I don't deserve you, and then we have uh-oh, I've caught feelings. So this is definitely telling me that this person is feeling, you know, their feelings are quite strong at this time. There could be, because it is like an uh-oh, I've caught feelings, there could have been a little bit of runner energy from this person when it came down to completely being vulnerable here with their feelings, as well as this I don't deserve you. That could be some inner wounds as well that this person needs to face. That could be like in regards to self-sabotage, as well as this person could be feeling some sort of guilt here, like I don't deserve you, like you're too good, you were too good to me, you know, or whatever the case is. but I think it could go both ways, or for some it's actually quite literally both of those things too. Bottom of the deck, I was going to shuffle, but then I was called to read the bottom of the deck. It's, I'm lying when I say I don't miss you or want you. And then under that, we have show me you care, which is kind of like, yeah, that's what that person wanted when they're like, please talk to me. That's like, they're like, I want to know, I want to confirm, you know, that you still have this Nine of Cups feelings for me, or that you still, that you are holding back. I think this person does question their own, thoughts as well, like their own opinions here. Like, I think it can go back and forth when it comes to them, but definitely it's showing that they're holding back as well too. And I was seeing a lot of mirroring, or I was feeling, I guess you should say, I was feeling a lot of mirroring in the messages that were coming out too. So yeah, so I think, oh, you know what, actually almost forgot, we're gonna do a quick advice for you about this situation before we end it. I almost forgot here. Okay, so what advice, Spirit, do we have for pile one about this situation? We have peace. Be calm and calm will come. Oh, I love that. I feel like you may have been feeling quite a bit emotional about this situation as well too, and I want to say that I feel like it is on both ends, and I feel that maybe when you try to step away, this person unknowingly, like, of course, unconsciously, I think they try to pull on your energy. And I think it's just very important for you to stay grounded and to try to stay calm and rational and not jump to any conclusions or make any quick decisions. And especially with the peace will come, I feel like you may have made some choices, or you've been trying to make the best choices for yourself and maybe wondering why they are not feeling the way that you thought that you would feel from this. And that's just par for the course. I feel like that it happens. It's very much of like, you know, when you make the right decisions, sometimes they don't feel like the right decisions at first, but just know this is confirmation that peace will come. You will get that clarity regardless or those answers that you need, they will come. So there's no need to try to burden yourself anymore with these thoughts and feelings of things that you may not be able to control or know right now at this time, if that makes sense. You know, to kind of just be easy on yourself, let things flow. And this is also telling me with this piece, like, be calm and calm will come, that you are in the right place right now at the right time. Like, you're okay. You're right where you need to be. You don't need to go out and do anything else. You don't need to solve any problems, because I know our minds like to do that. Our minds like to go over these problems, especially in past, you know, things that we can't even go back and do, you know, and be like, well, I should have did this, or could have been this, or, you know what I'm saying? That's so natural and so human. And that's where you need to bring that peace in, because right now it's just an acceptance energy, I feel, is good for you, regardless of what's going on. Acceptance is always needed in every aspect, in every situation. It's a lot of the times the key to peace is like knowing that right now you can't do anything, accepting what it is, accepting what you know, not trying to fight against anything at this time, I guess. Okay, let's get one more for you. What advice here do we have for pile one? We have protection. Conserve what you have, save a little. Yeah, protect your energy, especially with that peace. We have cactus flower too. Endurance. Hold on, you can do this. Yeah, I feel like that yearning is not just from your end. I mean, it's from their end too. But I think it's causing you maybe for some of you, some distress. And this is really about protecting yourself, protecting your peace. Also protecting your peace from yourself as well too. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. But protecting what is yours, your love, your feelings, everything that, you know, you feel may need to be protected, whatever that is to you, I guess. But mainly your energy, you know, with this peace card as well too. That's one of the most draining things, you know, to not protect is our own energy. Like, we can, you know, we can get sleep, but if our mind's constantly going, we wake up feeling so, you know, drained as well too. So do things as well at this time that make you feel full of energy, you know, that uplift you. And if that's just doing nothing, then do that too. but I just feel like right now just some peace and quiet is good for you. And also I feel like protecting yourself is good too, like from people that may not have your best intentions, or at least, because the fact that I was seeing you come through as the Queen of Swords, regardless if that's this person's perception or not, I want to take that as you are seeing truth and you are seeing things very clearly. And, you know, sometimes the Queen of Swords has to protect herself for her own reasons. And I was getting that as well, too, a couple times in the reading. So you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Don't question yourself and try to give yourself as much peace as possible. I know that's easier said than done, but you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, and I think I'm going to leave that reading here. I've kind of been rambling on a bit, to say the least. But yeah, so thank you so much if you stayed for my rambles. And thank you so much for staying till the end regardless. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already, so you never miss another reading. And I will see you guys at the next pick a card. Bye! Hi Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the black obsidian with the drawings on it or designs on it, or if you chose the Tarot in Wonderland deck, then this is your reading. So today we are asking, how does that person on your mind think that you feel about them? So I'm going to ask Spirit here to please tune me in to my Pile 2 situation. And please show me how that person thinks they feel about them. Okay, so how do they think Pile 2 feels? Oops. We have the Ace of Cups. How do they think Pile 2 feels about them? We have the Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Fool. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Interesting. I'm going to get a couple clarifiers, but I'm kind of seeing that I kind of feel... Well, let me just get some clarifiers first. There's a couple different messages coming here, though. One with the Eight of Pentacles, though, I just want to say this could be a very specific message, but if you are someone that is working all the time and stuff like that, they may just feel a bit that you may put your job ahead of them, or something of that nature. But I think for the majority, though, this is about working towards this connection. Okay, so just take that one only if it resonates. I kind of wanted to say it because sometimes if I don't say them, they get lost and I'll never find them again. So, so why is this Ace of Cups here, please? Can we clarify this Ace of Cups? We have the Star. Can we clarify this Eight of Pentacles here? We have the High Priestess. Interesting. And the Fool card. We have the Four of Wands. And why is the Nine of Cups here in reverse? What is that about? Why is the Nine of Cups here in reverse? Here, Spirit. Ooh, we have the Magician. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. All right. I feel like for a majority of you, this could definitely be kind of a new to newer connection. It doesn't have to be, though, but I do feel like with the Ace of Cups and the Fool, like this is this person, you know, thinking and being very hopeful that you feel like you can see them as a partner that you could be with for a long time. With this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like with the Nine of Cups coming in reverse and the Magician, I think this is them, maybe this is their doubts coming kind of peeking through. It's like they feel, you know, that you feel, you know, you could be like fulfillment for them. But maybe they feel as in a way too, with the Nine of Cups coming in reverse and clarified by the Magician, they may not feel like they have what it takes to fully impress you, and or to fully fulfill you. And I don't think that may or may not be true or whatever. I think this is like an insecurity that's kind of peeking through as well too. But for the most part, they seem to be pretty positive about this connection and about how you feel about them. There seems to be a lot of faith and hope that, you know, that you... I love how this Ace of Cups, if I can be quite honest, sorry, I'm like interrupting my own thoughts, but I love how it's 2 cups in here. And so, and with this star right here too, it's like they hope that you are going to match, you know, how they feel, if that makes sense. It's like, you know, they're wanting to offer you this cup, which is, you know, love. And then they're like, well, I hope that pile 1 has a cup for me too. It's kind of cute as well too. But yeah, I think that this is, like I said, a positive so far. I feel like intuitively, you know, because it is with the High Priestess right here, which is also, you know, the High Priestess governs things that are unseen as well too. So maybe this is a subconscious as well, like this person not being able to fully understand, but this feeling, but they do feel like, you know, you and them work together very well, or that you guys, like I said, have what it takes to put in some work to make this connection something worthwhile. Because speaking of worthwhile, the next one we have is the Four of Wands, which is like a union. It's a celebration. It's people coming together. A lot of the time it can represent divine counterparts. And I think with the Fool, it's like, with the Fool, it's like they feel like it's risky for them to think this way. They're like, this is bold of me. And I think maybe that's why right after we have that doubt, we have that Nine of Cups in reverse as well too. And also, I feel like this person may think you would like want to jump right in as well too, and like move in together and things like that. That could be a very specific message as well too, but I am basing that off of the Four of Wands and the Fool, like maybe kind of like jumping right in and going a little fast. That could be something that this person is kind of assuming, like that could be something that they want as well too though. So don't get me wrong. So like, a lot of the times too, since this is a reading of their perception, sometimes it can be a projection on that as well too. Like they could want those things. They could be like kind of fast moving or things like that. And they could just be like, well, obviously pile 2 wants it too. You know what I'm saying? Even though like that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. All I'm saying here is that like that could definitely be the case. It could go both ways, but I feel as though a lot of this is like based off their feelings. For the most part, that's definitely what I'm hearing as well too. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse, I mean not in reverse, oh my gosh, it's not in reverse. The Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel is like them saying like pile 2's able to give me what I give back as well. This could be the type of person though that doesn't want to give too much. Like they don't want to put too much because they're like, I want to see what I get in return too. That could be based off of them getting like hurt in the past and things like that too. But overall, like, you know, they're seeing you as someone that can definitely do that for them. Give them maybe even more than what they put into. Okay. It's time for some oracles now. So let's give some more juicy details about... We're also going to be getting some channeled messages about how they think you feel. And also we're going to do a couple, because I did it for pile 1. So I'm like, why not? We're going to do a couple of like how they actually feel too. So, but can you tell us more about how this person thinks pile 2 feels, Spirit? How do they think pile 2 feels about them? Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Dang. They think that you're like pretty set. Like, you know, like I feel like this is like that was like this person's insecurities, but they think like they're I don't know if it's the way maybe you express something, or maybe you were very upfront with this person, but they're like, okay, pile 1, like, I mean, not pile 1, I'm so sorry. Pile 2 knows what the heck they want. You know, I feel like that's like with this. They're like, they know what they want and they're not scared to get it. And I think, so if you had let it be known that it was this person, they're like, that makes them feel probably very comfortable. Like, they're like, okay, like, they told me what it is that they want. And so I think that this person may, even though like there is some like doubts about like what they can offer and what they can do, I do feel like for the most part they don't doubt your feelings, and they believe them to be true, which is really good. Okay, so we have the second chakra archangel Ariel coming in reverse. And then we have indecision in reverse, which is interesting after I just said that. Let's go ahead and, oh, okay. Okay, so we do have change at the bottom of the deck, which actually, that's why I kind of got a message to like, you know, an intuitive nudge to look at the bottom of the deck, because I was going to pull some clarifiers, and this actually does sum it up. So I think, again, like with that insecurity of that Nine of Cups in reverse, of like, well, like there could be some uncertainty if like this is what you really want, like if this person's what you really want, because I feel like there's some doubt here that you may change your mind. Again, I think this comes from insecurities from within this person. Like, it's almost as if this person is thinking like, okay, like this is all good, you know, there's a lot of beginning energy. But maybe this person has doubts and fears that, like, as it progresses, like, if you see more and more into them, or get more and more into the situation, you may just up and change your mind. Like with the second chakra being like desires, like you, like maybe they're like, well, I don't know if this attraction's gonna last. You know, I don't know if they're gonna want me forever. And that could be, you know, again, their own doubts, their own insecurities. And that could be caused from, like, you know, them probably being in relationships in the past where that had happened, which makes perfect sense. So this could be something that they are hesitant about, but it's also something that I feel they don't have the full picture on, like they don't fully know yet. But it's there. It's like, it's something that's like in the back of their mind. It's interesting. Or maybe for some of you, you know, this could have been a situation that progressed and maybe things had happened and you kind of did pull back, or, you know, or you did kind of change your mind or something like that. And now they're like, oh, I thought I felt this way, or I know pile 2 felt this way about me, but now I don't know, you know, I'm sure it could go both ways. It's a general reading here, so just take what resonates. But yeah, they're like, I don't want this person to change their mind. I don't want this person to all of a sudden like be very unattracted to me, or whatever the case is, you know, and to go a different route here. Okay, let's get some channeled messages to see a little bit more insight though. So can you show us how this person thinks they feel? I try to show off around you. We have, I regret so many things. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we have stay with me forever. I think I just said something like that. Okay, then we have, I always come running back to you. Bottom of the deck we have, is there still a chance? All right. So I do feel like this could have been, for a lot of you, a situation that you feel like you didn't get to develop as far as you wanted to, or at least that's how this person is feeling, or thinking that you feel as well too. Because okay, so like in pile 1, I was getting a lot of like, for pile 1, I was getting a lot of like this person like projecting insecurities onto them, if I remember correctly. Anyways, my point is that for this pile, I feel like this person is projecting like maybe their own wants and their own feelings, and also their own insecurities too. With this, I regret so many things. I want to say this is more of not them thinking that you regret many things. This is them like quite literally like thinking about you and regretting certain things. like maybe regretting things that they've said or regretting things that they've done, or if to say the least, I think for a lot of you this is maybe regretting things that they hadn't done, like they wish they could have pushed through and did something as well too. I'm trying to, okay, so give me a second. I'm reading these, and it's because there's something off here about what it's saying, and it's not, I think it's like, it's hard to explain. It's like, okay, so it's making sense now. Okay, so I think this person thinks that you think that they try to show off around you, and I think that they feel in some way, shape, or form they may have made like a fool out of themselves. But they're hoping that they didn't ruin this for good. It's almost as if, because we do have the star here as well too, which is like the hope. It's like they're like, I hope pile 2 will come running back to me. Like, I hope that's how they feel. Instead of like assuming and thinking, it's like they're letting their mind like wander. Like, I hope that is. Okay, so that makes sense too, because that's why when I was reading these, I was like, this doesn't feel right, like for like how they think that you feel. And that's because it had to be like, it was different perception, more or less, of just like what it stated, if that makes sense. So interesting. But yeah, I think this person with the indecision in reverse as well too, if I can be quite honest, I think this person is a little bit confused about how you feel when it comes to pursuing this in the long term type of thing. I think in the beginning, they knew how you felt. And maybe they still do know how you feel. It could be that doubt and that insecurity that creeps in as well too. Because these could all be indications of like, this person like knowing, like, okay, like in the beginning with the Ace of Cups, or this is like a hopeful energy altogether. Like, I hope pile 2 feels this way. I hope pile 2 wants this with me. I hope pile 2 will do this. You know, I hope I didn't screw it up. There's a lot of hope here instead of just like them knowing. And that makes sense, because a lot of the times, you know, when we think about how other people feel, we don't really know. We can only hope. And I think that it's an energy that I think it's kind of based in coming through as an energy here in this reading, which is really interesting and not what I expected at all. I was like, whoa, I thought it was going to be something different. So we have, I'm head over heels for you. Okay, so let's see how this person feels now. I feel like that's kind of how this person kind of feels. I feel like this person is very intrigued by you, thinks about you a lot as well too. But I didn't really ask. I just like said it. So I just did it. So let's see. So can you tell pile 2 how this person feels about them? We have, you turn me on with everything you do. And we also have, I'm holding back. I'm lying when I say I don't miss you or want you. And then we have, I'm still keeping my options open. Because they want you to make the first move. Right here, I want you to make the first move. I think that this person is keeping their options open out as more of a safety net, if that resonates for you. It's not, I don't think it's because this person, I mean, actually, I can't really tell you, because now that I was going to say that, I feel like it could go both ways. But basically, what I'm getting here is that this person's like, I want pile 2 to really be down for me, like 100%, but if they're not, I'm going to keep my options open, but I'm also still keeping my options open for pile 2, if that makes sense. Like, hoping that this is going to be something good, whether that's hoping that they can develop this into something more serious, or hoping that, for some of you, hoping that you can come back to them as well too. Because, you know, with all of this, it's like it's a hopeful for like almost a new beginning for the most part. But it's very interesting. It could go, like I said, it could be both ways. And that's what kind of the thing about general readings is, like, I definitely feel it's both sides. So maybe that there is 2 different collectives here. There's a collective here where it's like they want to start fresh, they want to start over. You do have a past with this person. And then there's a collective here where it's like you may still have a past with it. I mean, it depends on what you look at as past, but like I'm looking at past as like a history, like a deeper history with this person. And then I think this is someone too that I feel it is kind of new, and they are very hopeful about where it's going, and also they want it to progress or start over if there was something that kind of stopped it too. Anyways, Yeah, this person is a little bit insecure though with this I'm holding back. It's like, and then with that, I want you to make the first move. So for some of you, this could have been a situation where they're like, they need to be 100% sure of how you feel. Oh, we did say that though, didn't we? With the Six of Pentacles. No wonder why Spirit was giving me that Six of Pentacles message again. Or like pointing me towards the Six of Pentacles, where I was like thinking that this person may need to know exactly how you feel or what you want first. And then it's like they do know at times as well too. And that's going to be a very like, I think this person's like confident sometimes in this, in how you feel and in this situation. I think it teeters a bit. I think at times they feel very secure with what they think that they know and how you feel. And then at times they doubt it as well too, which kind of sounds very, very much like a lot of people. I think we all do that at times as well too. Like sometimes we have these moments of clarity in all things. We have these moments of clarity, and then we have these moments where doubt kind of kicks in and fogs that clarity. And it's so interesting how we can go from like 100% secure to like feeling like we don't know anything at the same time. Crazy. All right, so on that note, let's go ahead and oh yeah, also another message with this change. Oh yeah, look at under that we have blossoming abundance, which is like wanting things to blossom more, wanting to grow more with you as well too. But with that change, I think this person is feeling a little bit apprehensive at times, because they're like, I'm not making any moves, or I'm not stepping forward and saying how I feel and doing what I feel like I should do. So they're like, it's kind of just what it is. Like, it's just there. It's not growing, it's not evolving, it's not moving, it's not blossoming, it's not any of those things. And I think that this person is aware of that. But again, I think their own insecurities are stopping them, at least at this time. I don't know if that's going to be forever or whatever the case is, but yeah. Oh, and then Spirit pointed me to the bottom of the deck too, which is like, I want you to make the first move. Now, that's up to you, regardless, you guys, of whatever you want to do and what you know to be true of this situation. But I'm feeling for some of you that may be kind of annoying to you. You're like, what the heck? Like, just, you do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some advice for you about this situation on that note, huh? So what advice do we have here for pile 2? Oops. Ooh, bottom of the deck we have absence. What is not here is the key. That's interesting. We have adaptation. Change will be better than you think. And then we have pitcher plant with insight. The answers are there for those who look, which is really interesting about this absence. What is not there is the key. Almost this energy of like reading between the lines, seeing things for what they are as well. Like, regardless of how this person feels or how this person thinks you feel and all of that stuff, it's like, what are they doing? What are they showing you? What is there physically in front of you is what I think the truth is really of what you should do with this situation. And I feel like with this change will be better than you think. There's multiple things of change here. And I want to read a little bit into that to see, actually, well, I want to get another card for that to see a little bit of like what this change is for you. Like, if it's like, if you should change what you're doing, or if you should allow change to flow in. And I feel more of it's allow change to flow in and maybe change your perspective. I don't know. There was fear of this part of you changing your mind as well too. That could have been like this person maybe predicting that at times as well too. But yeah, so the insights, you have the answers. You know what you need to do. Trust your insights, trust your gut, and also be aware of like, I think especially with this High Priestess here, you and this person definitely probably get a lot of intuitive feelings and intuitive messages and intuitive downloads about each other. But I think you're being asked to shift to what this person is, like I said before, is physically doing, what's in the physical here. And I think that has a lot of messages. But what is this change there? Oh, crap. Imagination. Yeah. It's funny that the imagination landed right here. I think you're being asked to think more clearly. Okay, so we have change of schedule. Third wheel. We also have indulgement at the bottom, which is about temptation and bribing and persuasion. Okay, this is actually very clear. To not let yourself, your mind, your desires, and things like that change what it is you know to be true about this situation and about this person. And that could be different for all of you. I think that there's just also a message here too, to like let things play out in the 3D before you jump on what you're thinking or what's going to happen or whatever the case is with this schedule. It's almost as if like you're not to try to chase something, try to catch something, allow things to be as they are for right now. And I know that our minds, and this is something that I've had to realize as well too, that our minds make things, I'll just flat out say it, our minds sometimes make things worse and make things up in our head, like about like our fantasies and things like that. And I think this is just a message and advice to just be aware of what's really going on. Okay. With this third wheel as well too, there could be a third party situations, or this person, I think there was that I'm keeping my options open. This person could not be telling you everything that you may need to know, especially, and I'm saying that because it's like there's secrets, this person doing something behind your back. I don't ever want to scare anyone, or I don't want to make anyone feel, so please just take what resonates. If that doesn't resonate, that's not for you. But for the most part, I think there's like things that need to come to light here with this situation that you will be seeing, or that you will be getting the insights for as well too. The truth is in plain sight is what I'm hearing. Interesting. I don't like the way this ended. Bottom of the deck now, we have the resignation. Say goodbye to what you no longer need. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm getting an eerie feeling from this. Clarity, bright paths of understanding will open. Okay. So this is just saying that, the answers that you need are coming, that things will get more clear. Try not to cloud your mind or your judgment with, your imagination, whatever that may be. And just know the truth, what it is that this person is showing you at this time is the truth, not what they say, not what they feel, not what they send you intuitively. It's take things for face value at this time. Okay. I think I'm gonna end this reading here. That reading actually really took a turn, and that was very interesting. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hi Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Malachite Stone, or if you chose the Ostara Tarot, then these are your messages. So today we are asking how that person on your mind thinks you feel about them. So if Spirit, I'm going to ask Spirit to please tune me in to my Pile 3's situation and my Pile 3's energy. And if Spirit can please tune me into how that person on their mind is feeling. Or, no, I'm so sorry. That's how, those are how the normal videos go and how they are feeling. So sorry. To be clear, it's how they think you feel, Pile 3. I said that in Pile 1 too. I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. I was literally gonna freaking constantly say how they feel, because that's what I normally do. Like, that's one of my favorite videos to do, is just to see how they are feeling. So I knew that was gonna happen. Anyways, let's get back to business here and focus. So Spirit, can you please show me and show Pile 3 how this person thinks Pile 3 feels about them? Thank you. So how do they think Pile 3 feels? Oh, we have the Ace of Cups coming out. We also have the Page of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. So why is this Ace of Cups here, please? Let's get some clarifiers real fast, and then we will dive on in. Why is this Ace of Cups here about this person, how they think pile 1 feels? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. I think that's the cups. Yeah, everyone has, everyone has a cup. It's always, sometimes this deck, it doesn't label it, and sometimes it can be a little tricky. Oh well, okay. Why is the Page of Swords here? Ooh, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Five of Pentacles. Dang. Alright, why is the Seven of Pentacles here? We have Death. And why is the Seven of Swords here? This is a pretty straightforward message now, but we have Temperance. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so how does this person think that you feel? I do feel like this person thinks about your feelings of the past. With this Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups, I feel like in the past they thought, you know, that you did have a lot of love for them, or that you did, you know, see this person as someone that you can grow with and love, since it is an Ace of Pentacles. But I do feel like they hurt you pretty bad here, regardless of what exactly had happened. With the Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, they are aware, and they have learned that they did hurt you very bad, but they are aware that it was something that was painful and something that I feel like you definitely didn't deserve, and it could have been something that really put a lot of damage into this situation that may have caused a separation, especially with Death here on the Ten of Swords. I am getting the energy that this is, you are in a separation with this person, or at least not together, you know, like you don't have to like not physically be talking, but just not in a relationship. Anyways, I do feel like how they think that you feel with the Seven of Pentacles and the Death is that they're pretty aware that you may have tried to grow and develop with this person, and you may have put a lot of energy into this connection and into this situation, that and now it's like you feel as though you're definitely have doubts about it, to say the least, but now it's like you feel as though it's not getting anywhere, or it's not at least getting where you know that it deserves and what it is that you deserve. So you may have definitely pulled away from this situation, whether that was like you were forced to or you chose to, is regardless. I feel like with the Death card though, it's like they're thinking that you feel like you need to let go, because it's not what it is you thought it was going to be, or what it is that you needed it to be, or like I said, what it is that you deserved it to be. And so with that being said, we have, you know, this person again is aware, and I'm saying this is aware because I feel like this is, if I could be honest, I feel as though this would be pretty close to how you actually feel, or at least at a point in time how you felt. You know, to the other piles, a lot of in the other readings, it was pretty much like this person, like they were confused, or like they were projecting some feelings or their insecurities and whatever. And I feel like for this pile, if I could be quite honest, this person is pretty close to what had happened and how you feel, because I do feel like there is a strong distrust now for whether that's each other or for this person, and they're pretty much right on the money. I do feel like they, with the Temperance here, I feel like they're hoping that maybe in time they can rebuild this trust with you, but I don't think that they know exactly how they would do that, or if that's even possible, because the Five of the Swords at the bottom of the deck means that I do feel like there was some conflict here that came out, and I think that there is an energy here of like almost like not wanting to face something and not wanting to be wrong. And that could be how they feel about this situation as well. Or maybe they think that it's just going to be a battle if they were to try to approach you with this Five of Swords. And also this could just be a feeling of defeat as well. Them feeling like you and this person have tried or whatever, and they just feel very defeated, or they feel that you feel very defeated since this is how they think you feel. But I can definitely see that being on both ends as well. I do feel like with the Page of Swords, though, they still are quite interested in you and finding out more about how you feel. But it's like, I think that they just don't want to cause any more damage than maybe they already have caused to you. They could be feeling this as well too. Even though whoever or whatever is at fault here, I do feel like regardless, this Ten of Swords and this Five of Pentacles is also a reflection of how they feel. Like this is something that kind of hurts them as well. Yeah, let's get some oracles though. Let's get some oracles and see. So tell me more about how this person thinks. Pile 3 feels. We have freedom coming in reverse though. Okay, so we have, I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. This person may not be really wanting to completely like set you free from the situation, or maybe they feel as though you feel now you are free, and that could just be them like thinking, well, now Pile 3 can go do whatever the heck Pile 3 wants. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a little immature type of energy, and like almost maybe a little bit of jealousy I'm sensing there as well too. But I think they also feel there's a couple different messages here. One of them is a little bit harsh. One of them is like they feel like you need them as well, and they feel as though, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, and this could just be their ego talking as well too, but it's like they feel like maybe like regardless of like what happens, what you do, where you go, like you'll still be like a part of them, or you'll still be like attached to them in some way, shape, or form, which I don't know, that could be true depending on your situation. But it's almost as if like they don't want you to go, they don't want you to be free, and they don't want you to like possess the what does it say, possess the power to create your own happiness. Like they want to be your happiness. And that's a little bit selfish, especially if they weren't giving you the happiness. You know, of course you have the right to go find your own happiness, especially if someone's not, you know, helping in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, it's almost as if like they don't want to set you free. But it's like they know it's inevitable, and that's why they're like, maybe you feel more, maybe they feel like you feel more free without them. I think that's definitely something that's definitely a reason that's coming, and I think that kind of is a blow to them in a certain way. Interesting. Can you tell us more about how this person feel, or I'm sorry, again, I did it again. Dang it. I was doing so good on the other piles too. How can you tell us how they think Pile 3 feels? Adjacent possibilities in reverse as well too. Interesting. Okay, let's get one more and then we'll talk about it. How do they think Pile 3 feels? Honesty and blossoming abundance. In bottom of the deck, we have blame. Yeah, they do think that they are to blame, or they think that you think that they are to blame, and I think that there could be some truth in that, if I can be quite honest. But also, I do want to say that everyone else is also accountable for what they allow and things like that. But I think from what I'm seeing here, if it comes down to actions, I think this person is to blame. I don't want to like say like, oh, you're to blame too, blah, 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 I think there's a lot to unpack here. So let's just leave it at that. Anyways, with the adjacent possibilities coming in reverse, I feel like now it's almost as if they feel that you feel it's like, it's this energy of like, we could have had it all, we could have been so good together, you know, we could have did this, we could have did that, and now it's like it's taken away, it's ripped away. That's kind of the same message I'm getting here with this blossoming abundance. It's like, dang, like we could have, you know, but now we can't. And I think with the honesty, I think the quote from the honesty is they feel is like, you know, they should have been more honest with you, they should have been more open with you. But I think the quote kind of reflects on them, and the quote on this card is, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I think if this person can't even face some certain truths within themselves and about themselves, there's no way you can expect them to be honest with you or with other people as well too. I feel like that's just a message as well too. But I think there was some truth that came out in this situation that was very harmful and hurtful, and I think they're feeling as though it diminished the future of this connection, which that definitely could have been true, or still could be true. But it's like an energy of like them, you know, needing to come clean and not really knowing how, but you seem to know the truth already, and it's like they can't run from this situation anymore. It's like they can't hide. Especially, I'm really drawn to this Page of Swords, and he has his face wrapped. So I'm thinking that, again, that could be in like with them trying to hide, or like conceal something. And it has something to do with the actual like character and the card, or the actual person in the card. I know they have their face wrapped for other reasons, but I'm thinking like in this way, it's like maybe they weren't able to show everything or show their true intentions at first and true self, and it all ended up coming out at one point in time anyways. And now it's like I feel like they regret and wish that they could have just been honest from the beginning. But I don't even think this person had the capability of doing that, because I think this person wanted best of both worlds. I think they truly wanted this situation, but I think that they didn't know that they weren't going to be capable of giving that to you, or maybe they were. Maybe I'm giving this person too much benefit of the doubt, but I just know that this person wasn't even able to be honest with themselves about what they're doing. It's like they may have felt like they were doing certain things in some sort of weird righteous way, or whatever the case is, or like they had their own right reasons or whatever, and it wasn't, and that was wrong. Like that wasn't the truth. Yeah, because underneath here we have courage, which it takes a lot of courage, to be honest, and it takes a lot of courage to say how you feel and do what you mean. But I do feel like I do think that they do feel that you are very honest with them, and you deserve the same respect and the same amount of truth, even if they're not able to give it to you or not. You know what I'm saying? And then with the adjacent possibilities, and like I said, in the blossoming abundance, it's like that what they could have had, they can't have anymore, and they know that you feel that way too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some channel messages about how they think that you feel as well too. And then we're going to get a couple of like how they actually feel. I want to have your babies. Oh. And I just want to cuddle with you. Yeah, I think I think you and this person do have this like bond where that you were able to make this person feel very safe. And they may have had you feel very safe, you know, at one point in time too. So maybe this some sort of distrust or this deception or whatever could have really caused a rift in that, because, you know, that kind of caused, if you want to feel safe with someone, you need to be able to trust them. But yeah, they do think that, you know, obviously they think that you feel that, you know, you would just, it's almost like an energy of like you kind of just wish none of that was true, or none of this had happened, and that you can just continue on and like, you know, be loving and kind to each other. And then maybe if you guys even planned on having kids, or you do have kids together, that's something that was important to you. Otherwise, if that wasn't the case, this could just be like, I'm very sexually attracted to you, you know, I want to do the act of making babies, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Okay, let's get one more of how they think you feel, and then we'll get how they feel. I can't be the person you need me to be. So this is definitely, I feel like, the truth to this. They feel as though that you feel, or you know, that they can't be that person that you thought that they were. You can't be that person that, or they can't be that person that you, quite literally, like it says, need them to be. I think, you know, you have standards in connections and stuff, and I think that this person is not able to withhold those at this time, and so they're pretty much, I feel like, right on the money with that. And I'm hearing, though, I am hearing for some of you, though, there is like that hope that this person could be, but it's like you, at the same time, just for right now, like, you know. Okay, so now let's see how they feel. So Spirit, can we get some channel messages for how they feel about pile 3, about the situation? We have I'm tired and I need a break. We also have I can love you better than them. How do they feel? Oops. I'm always busy. In the bottom of the deck, we have please talk to me. So I do feel like this person, with this I'm always busy and I'm tired, I need a break. I think this person right now, in this instant that you're watching this, is kind of in an escapism type of mindset. I think this person is kind of running from their feelings at this time, running from facing this truth and facing this, especially with that 10 of Swords and that 5 of Pentacles. That's a hard pill to swallow, you know, for both ends. And I think that this person is not really able to sit and deal with this, or at least they feel like they can't, you know. And so with that, it's like they may just look at this I'm tired and I need a break is almost just giving me this, like, I just can't deal with this right now. Like, that's more like something that, like, they would feel or say. Like, they would just be like, look, I can't talk about this anymore. I can't think about this anymore. I can't deal with this, you know. And that's what I'm seeing here. Also, again, I'm always busy. It's like they're maybe trying to keep themselves busy, like, you know, making sure they never run out of things to do, or, you know, whatever the case is, just to not have to stop and feel. And they could have been like that for a lot of things in their life as well too. Oh my gosh, my throat chakra is hurting. It's not like I have a sore throat, but it's like pulsing. So maybe this person is not willing to face the truth again at this time, especially with that honesty. Like, they see that you're facing it, you can see it. But yeah, it looks like you really can't expect it from them because they can't give it to themselves. I thought that was just my throat, but that's usually what happens as well. This person may have a blocked throat chakra, which could be they have a lot that they want to say or need to say or feel like they need to say, and they're not. Also, this person could have for some of you, I'm hearing this person could have a blocked throat chakra to where when they do say things, it comes out very cold and mean. That's like the opposite end of that blocked throat chakra as well too. It can manifest in both ways, but yeah, that's it. I was like, I have to, usually if I keep ignoring that, like when Spirit gives me symbols, like, that hurt. Like, if I ignore it, like, or if it's like there but I'm not like aware of it, it'll keep getting worse, and the feeling will keep getting stronger. So maybe with that too, it's like they're building up as well too, like they're ignoring it and it's getting worse with this as well too. Oh yeah, and then with the I can love you better than them, this is like, of course, they're not wanting you to be with anyone else, even though they may know that they're not able to be who you need them to be. The thought of you, I think, with someone else really irks them. Like, they're like, I'm better than anyone that you could be with, even though they probably know that other people would treat you way better or whatever the case is. But it's like, okay, so I got a message with this that I can love you better than them. It's like almost as if they're like, it's almost like this like cockiness too, but where they're like, I know that, and I'm not saying this is true, but they're like, I know that if you're with someone else, like you wouldn't feel how you feel about me. You know what I'm saying? Which is very bold of them to think or to feel, but that's kind of the message that I was getting, like, with them. Like, they're like, it ain't me. Maybe that's for some of you, that's how they talk, because I want to keep saying that. I would just want to be like, it ain't me, they ain't me, you know what I'm saying? So that could be them coming through, like, that's kind of that message there. Let's get one more. How are they feeling about, or how do they feel about pile 3 right now? You are always on my mind. Yeah. Especially with that Page of Swords too. This person does think about you a lot. I want you all to myself. Oh my gosh, wasn't that whole freedom thing in reverse? I was like, this person does not want to let you be free. They do not want you to go. Dang. Crazy. But yeah, this person thinks about you way too much, to the point where they're literally trying to not. To the point where they're like, I'm tired. I need a break. Like, I can't deal with this anymore. They're like you're like haunting them. Obviously, like, no fault of your own, but like, and I think a lot of it has to do with that runner energy. You know, the more they run from it, the stronger it's going to get. You know, you can't run from things that you really have to feel. You can't run from things that you have to face. They usually kind of just get worse, or you subconsciously repress them, and then they manifest as some sort of shadow later, or you attract something. Anyways, there's many different ways, but it doesn't go away. It's my point. Okay, so now on that note, let's go ahead and get some advice for you about this situation. So what advice do we have here? I'm already seeing peace. Try to calm your mind. What advice do we have here for pile 3 about this situation? Forget me not. Oh, that's the name of the flower. That's so cute. Forget me not. And it's remembrance. Memories and the past hold the key. Oh. So these thoughts, these memories that are coming up for you have a lot of truth in them about what it is to do and what it is that you need to do. So if you are having a lot of, I think the message here too is they're coming up for a reason as well. Even in your dreams, I'm hearing in your dreams, if you're having dreams about this person or dreams about certain things, they're coming up for a reason. All right, so let's go. I'm so sorry, I completely forgot like the question. What advice do we have here for pile 3? It's the end, it's the last of the end of the reading, so forgive me. My mind gets a little spacey sometimes, apparently. So we have a sweet, I don't know how to say that. I'm not even going to try to say it. Alyssum? For some reason, my mind goes to asylum, like a sane asylum. I don't know why. Okay, but clarity. So bright paths and understanding will open. Yeah, so you know, even if there's not a lot of clarity right now around this situation, there definitely will be. You will be getting some sort of clarity, or for some of you, you have some sort of clarity, and the clarity is what you have learned from this person in the past. I think that is a lot of the clarity that you may need. What's at the bottom here? We have optimism. So look up and look brightly. Let's get one more. Okay, we'll take 2 more. We have Stephanatus. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these flower names. Please forgive me. We have Kala Lily, rejuvenation, reawaken, and then stand stronger. I like that for you. So we have cooperation, take the hand offered or ask. And then we have realization. The answer is here, take heed. Okay, so this is all about you grasping right now what the information that you have. You do have clarity within this situation. I feel like, you know, there's a need to not make it any more confusing than you need, but I think with there's more clarity coming later. So don't get me wrong. It's like, if you're like, what the heck, like I don't have 100% clarity in this situation, there is a lot more clarity coming later. But I think the way that this person has made you feel in the past is what you need right now to make your decisions. And I know that sometimes that can be hard, especially in situations like these. So I completely understand. Just know that you have all the information that you need at this time. When you do need more information about the situation, you will get it. You will have it. Like, clarity and insights are definitely going to be coming to you when you need them. But Spirit's saying right now, you have all the information that you need to do what you feel is necessary for yourself, whatever that is. Obviously, it's different for everybody. So to remember as well, and it's okay to ask for help from others as well too with this cooperation. You know, this take the hand offered or ask. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for maybe like opinions from trusted sources, of course, emphasis on the trusted sources. But sometimes it's a lot there's a lot of things, you know, that happen, and a lot of things that go on in life. Life can be challenging, and sometimes we do need help, or we need to vent, you know, or you just don't be afraid to reach out is the message with that as well too, whether that, you know, is reaching out, like I said, to trusted sources, friends, family, or maybe to see professional help for whatever you feel you need. There's no shame in that as well. And I think a lot of this maybe, or a lot of that specifically, would just be about getting things out of you. You know, sometimes when we're able to tell other people, or we're able to vent, or even if it's just writing it down, you know, what you're doing is like all that stuck energy, at times you're like channeling it into something else, like not into another person, but you're like getting it out there, you know, and it feels better for sure, and it's less dense, and it's less scary, and you're able to understand it a lot more as well too. You know how sometimes when I'm getting the energy of like, you know how sometimes when you're like, when you think of something like, and it seems like such a big problem in your head, but then when you say it out loud, you quite literally say it out loud, you're like, oh, well, now that I say it, you know, that sounds, you know, that makes sense. Or sometimes you're like, you know, when I say it, that sounds bad, I shouldn't do that. I think there's a lot of clarity in your voice right now, or at least being able to speak your truth and speak your mind, especially if you have a lot of bottled up emotions. That's definitely something I recommend doing, because they do come out one way or another. They really do, especially like even if it's in frustration, you know, if you're not expressing yourself, it'll come out. So it's better just to do it a healthy way. But yeah, we have clarity, we have realization, we have remembrance. All of these together are saying that, you know, there's a lot of realizations and clarity that you have from the things that you've gone through. And you know what to do more than anyone else, more than me, more than what anyone else has to say. Just don't let your feelings overcome your or like surpass your truth. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I really hope this helped in any way, shape, or form. Thank you so much if you stayed till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another reading, and I can't wait to read for you in the future, or see you in the next pick a card. Bye.